Well, today is May 5th, Sunday, and it's windy out, so it's a good day to work inside. Anyway, I got a hold of Sanders in California, and I wanted him to make me 5 of them centers with the 5-bolt pattern for Chevrolet car. Wouldn't do it. I said, well, how about a couple of hubs with no holes drilled in them and cut to put bearings in them? Said, nope, can't do that. So I decided, to hell with them. I'll do something different. And it's kind of a good thing, because what I did was I dug in my pile of old spindles here. I think you've probably seen the pile. Anyway, I took these hubs off and spindles, and I dug out these nance hubs, which had the long spindle on them. And turns out that the bolt pattern for the ends there bolted on these things from those. So that worked out good. And they take the same pin that I had in here. So anyway, here's what I did. I dug in my pile and found some rotors. And I looked at them before, but didn't realize this was going to work out. These have, I thought it was a Ford bolt pattern, but it's a Chevrolet car bolt pattern. It just has smaller studs. They're not 1/2 inch. And they had the races in there, but they didn't have these little cutouts in there so you could knock out the races on either end. So I had to get out the old grinder. First I took a hammer and a chisel and knocked out the old races. Then I got the little drill bit, or the grinders, and ground grooves on both sides so I could whack them both sides with this deal here. And then I found a socket that would fit the race when I go to hammer them in. And this one here used to do 4-wheel drive hubs, but it had 2 of the things broke off, so I just ground her down so it puts even pressure on them. Then I went to O'Reilly's and spent, over an hour looking through bearings that had the right inner and outer to fit on the spindle. Because what I had to do is I had to take and put this thing in the lathe, because the bearing was clear up here and this thing was swelled out. So I put her on the lathe and cut her back about 1/4 inch, give me a little playroom there. And then I found out that I can use the races that are still in the, like these old races on the inner bearing, but I have to use the new races on the outer bearing. So I'm kind of mixing and matching. I'm using the race that came with the new bearings, and I'm using the race that was in the hub for the back bearing. And we're experimenting with wheel seals. Nobody has something that'll work. So anyway, I'm going to play with these bearings, get the spindles back on, and start working on the steering linkage today. Every time I come in here, it's something new. And then I can't find the old bearings that I had to put in here. And I got $44 in the old bearings, and I got $66 in the new ones. I don't know where they got lost in here. I've looked everywhere, but they're nowhere to be found. So anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. How do you like my statue?